I graduated from college with 2 business degrees, marketing and finance. Neither of them was related to computer science. I graduated with no computer programming experience. Yet I made my millions on the internet. Funny, after 13 years of expensive institutional education, I never took a formal class about the internet or web technologies. Heck, my computer classes were limited to introductory business courses. If I didn't go to school to learn the internet, how the heck did I learn and become educated within this skill set? I sought to change my oil frequently. I educated myself. I read books. I hit the library. I spent hours on the web and read articles, tutorials, wikis. I sought and consumed knowledge. Years ago, when I started my career with internet media, I could have easily quit and leaned on the obvious: I don't know how. I don't know how to program a website. I don't know how to design graphics. I don't know how to manage a server. I don't know how to write marketing copy. These excuses are like a plastic bag ready to smother your dreams, but only if you stick your head in the bag. Instead, my vision of a website didn't end with "I don't know how," but started there. So, get your head out of the bag. Had I not refreshed my skill set, my oil, my journey would have stalled. My religious pursuit of knowledge kept me efficient in an ever-changing world and primed me for FastLane opportunities. Education didn't end with graduation, it started. And best of all, my self-taught education was a twin-turbo acceleration into the FastLane. My skills didn't come loaded with parasitic debt or conformity. Education is freely available. The greatest travesty of the free world is the underuse of knowledge. Walk into your local bookstore and inhale. Smell that? That's the smell of infinite knowledge. Walk into your local library and look around. Amazing. Wall-to-wall books free for the taking. Imagine if you could digest every book, every paragraph, and every sentence. Would "I don't know" be a detriment to your success? I'm astonished that education is freely available, yet most choose not to take it. Education is unplucked fruit from a tree, and all it needs is a ladder. Yet, most people cling to the limiting belief that "I can't afford education." Sorry, but it's an excuse to be lazy. Education is free for your consumption. Infinite knowledge is at your fingertips, and the only thing preventing you from getting it is you. Yes, you. Turn off the TV, pick up a book, and read it. Quit playing Guitar Hero and hit the library. Quit playing Game Boy Grab Ass and hit the books. A committed FastLaner has his nose in a book weekly. He attends seminars. He trolls business forums. He's on Google searching different topics and strategies. You have the innate power to become an expert at anything not requiring physical talent. Anything. No book in the world can make me a professional basketball player or a professional singer, but books can transfigure novices to experts in non-physical disciplines. You can become a currency trading expert, real estate, business, web programming, sales, a public speaker. The expertise for any discipline not requiring physical coordination is out there. What does it take? Your commitment of pursuit, and then the biggie, applying it. When I remodeled my house, the walls of my grand foyer needed to be faux painted. Faux finishing is a complicated painting technique that's used to create lavish surfaces with depth and luminance. I had 2 choices: call a professional or learn to do it myself. Since I was retired, I viewed this as a fun challenge, so I opted to do it myself. I hit the internet and watched a few hours of video tutorials. Then I hit the Home Depot and bought supplies. Over the next several days I practiced on cardboard boxes. Within a week I became proficient at faux painting. I built myself a skill in 1 week. Days earlier I was in the sphere of "I don't know how," and days later, I possessed a new skill that I could aptly sell if I wanted. The best faux painters earn $10 per square foot. In 1 week, I built myself a skill that opened a tiny road into the FastLane equation. Skills and expertise are waiting just for you. No one drops a book on your lap and gifts knowledge. You have to seek it, process it, and then use it. The acquisition and application of knowledge will make you rich. So where do you find infinite knowledge inexpensively? Like the air you breathe, it's all around you, like an apple tree waiting to be plucked. Bookstores, books possess the greatest return for your educational dollar. buy them, borrow them, or steal them. Just read them. The library, the greatest free repository of knowledge and the disabler of the I can't afford to buy books excuse. I got my start at the library. Internet forums, find like-minded congregations and learn from those who have succeeded. Find tailwinds. Internet classes can be pricey but convenient. Internet blogs / podcasts / screencasts / webcasts, another excuse destroyer. Seminars, good seminars bring good value, assuming they are sponsored by the right entities and not get-rich-quick gurus. Television, cable TV has turned television educational. Deviate from the mindless reality TV garbage and tune into channels with educational value: history, discovery, science, HGTV, military, and National Geographic. Continuing education classes, offered mostly by community colleges, these classes offer a wide array of formal training in specific disciplines. Free magazines, visit tradepub.com and freebuysmag.com and sign up for free magazine subscriptions pertaining to your topic of interest. Unfortunately, while infinite knowledge surrounds us, most people ignore it. Take for example this comment about education from successful real estate investor Lonnie Scruggs, lonniescruggs.net. I used to work 2 jobs. Education changed my life. Before I learned how to put my money to work, I was doing all the work. I was so uneducated back then that I thought the answer to financial freedom was working 2 jobs. And that's what I did for many years. Finally, I realized there weren't enough hours in a day and I couldn't work enough hours in a month to reach financial security. There had to be a better way. I started looking for that way. When I realized that education and knowledge was the answer, I made up my mind to get an education. Before that, all I had was some schooling. Now I realized I needed some education. Now I can look back and see that I didn't do all the easy and fun things, like many people were doing, but I did all the right things. And today we enjoy financial security and financial freedom. We can do what we want. Many of our friends are still working jobs, searching for financial security that they will never know. They had the same chance to make choices that I had, they just made the wrong choices. They all had schooling, but they didn't have the necessary education that provides financial freedom. Now they tell me how lucky we are. The best investment you can make is in yourself. So be willing to pay for your education now, or be prepared to pay a much bigger price for your lack of education later. The choices you make today will determine your financial future. Be sure you make the right choice, because you will have to live with the results of that choice. The rich understand that education doesn't end with a graduation ceremony, it starts. The world is in constant flux, and as it evolves, your education must move with it or you will drift to mediocrity. I don't have time. Tailgating the crutch of I don't know how is I don't have time. Where on earth will you find time to change your oil? I mean seriously, between the full-time job and the 2 kids, where is there time? It's in between everything else. Changing your oil isn't difficult when you attach it to existing activities of repetition and consistency. While time might be linear, it can be manipulated by performing double duty on one-time block, as in the old cliché, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Maximize time and you maximize wealth. Accomplish 2 objectives in one time frame. Make life your university. Here are some time-cheating life university strategies. Driving university, listen to audiobooks or financial news radio while stuck in traffic. Traffic nuisances transform to education. Exercise university, absorb books, podcasts, and magazines while exercising at the gym. In between sets, on the treadmill or on the stationary bike, exercise is transformed to education. Waiting university, bring something to read with you when you anticipate a painful wait, airports, doctors' offices, and your state's brutal motor vehicle department. Don't sit there and twiddle your thumbs, learn. Toilet university, never thrown without reading something of educational value. Extend your sit time, even after you finish, with the intent of learning something new every single day. Toilet university is the best place to change your oil since it occurs daily and the time expenditure cannot be avoided. This means the return on your time investment is infinite. Toilet time transformed to education. Jobbing university, if you can, read during work downtimes. During my dead job employment, driving limos, pizza delivery, I enjoyed significant wait times between jobs. While I waited for passengers, pizzas, and flower orders, I read. I didn't sit around playing pocket poker, no, I read. If you can exploit dead time during your job, you are getting paid to learn. Dead-end jobs transformed to education. TV Time University, can't wean yourself off the TV? No problem, put a television near your workspace and simultaneously work your FastLane plan while the TV does its thing. While watching countless reruns of Star Trek, boldly going where no man has gone before, I simultaneously learned how to program websites. In fact, as I write this, I am watching the New Orleans Saints pummel the New England Patriots on Monday Night Football. Gridiron gluttony transformed to work and education. Think about the time you already use. How many hours do you waste in the trivialities of life? This time doesn't need to be lost, wasted time. This time is ripe for FastLane oil changes. To start your oil recharge, choose a topic that interests you or an area in your life that needs improvement. Not good at sales or writing? Get to the library and start reading. Before I started writing FastLane, I bought 6 books relating to publishing, writing, and authoring. I didn't blindly write and publish a book. I educated myself thoroughly during the process. Set a goal to read at least 12 books per year or 1 per month. If you are aggressive like me, you'll read a book every week. I can't stress enough that the more knowledge you consume, the more torque you create on the FastLane road trip. The $50,000 oil change. The last time I went to one of those while you wait oil change places and advertised $21.99 oil change morphed into a $110 bill because of extra service suggestions. An oil change shouldn't cost more than $25, and anything heavier should arouse your suspicions. $20 is the average price of a book. Used books are less. Library books are free. Continuing education at a community college is $30 per credit hour. Oil changes are cheap. Yet, we continue to strap the chains of debt to our ankles and pay thousands of dollars for our oil changes. I saw a picture the other day of a student publicly protesting one of the government financial bailouts. She hoisted a large placard that read, "I've got a 4.0 GPA, $90,000 in debt and no job, where's my bailout?" Where's your bailout? Let me tell ya, walk into the bathroom, flip on the light switch and look in the freaking mirror. There's your bailout. I'm tired of sob stories from well-intended students who graduate from college with mountains of debt and can't get a job. Take responsibility. You bought into the myth that college ensures a job. The fact is, when you allow market forces to drive your vehicle, you're likely to end on the street with a homemade poster proclaiming the value of your 4.0 GPA and the crushing burden of your 6-figure debt. No one cares. You're in debt because you borrowed. You're in debt because you bought into the lie and relinquished control. You bought the Slowlane. Were you forced to take loans? You don't have a job because you voted for the politicians who penalize producers and reward consumers. Face facts. An expensive oil change that forces a lifetime of indentured time is stupid. Again, parasitic debt doesn't care about the source, it only wants to eat your free time, preferably seasoned with a little salt and pepper. The seminar fail. What idiot would pay $50,000 to attend a seminar? Many do. This is a common question at the FastLane forum. So is offering a 3-day seminar on real estate investment for $50,000. Should I buy it? What? Are you a smoking crack? Do you know what you're buying? Let me tell you. You're paying $50,000 for someone to explain a book that's found at the bookstore for $19.